100多年前，法国人梅里埃拍摄了世界上第一部以太空旅行为主题的科幻电影《月球旅行记》。在很长一段时间里，太空漫游、星际旅行这些情节似乎仅仅停留在科幻电影里，但今天这些不再是幻想。
The thought was, okay, if I can just do a small philanthropic mission to Mars and send something like a small greenhouse to the surface of Mars, and then you'd have the first life on Mars, the furthest life's ever traveled.
2002年，太空狂人埃隆·马斯克出资1亿美元创办了 SpaceX， 世界上第一家民营太空探索技术公司，决定倾注一己之力来完成人类的太空梦想。
But if you look at the progress in space technology, it's been quite poor. I mean, humanity was able to go to the moon in '69, and then lost that ability. And then the United States had the space shuttle that followed, but that could only go to low Earth orbit. Now there's not even the space shuttle. So something's got to be done to change that around, to have the technology be constantly improving over time, and that's what we're trying to do at SpaceX.
And all those people say, well, that's crazy, that doesn't make sense, why would you want to go to Mars? There's so many problems to solve on Earth. Nobody liked. It was a little bit too strange. People felt they didn't have experience investing in rocket companies because no rocket company had been started in 40 or 50 years in the United States.
为了开启太空探索之旅，同时身为特斯拉电动汽车和清洁能源公司 SolarCity 的总裁，马斯克将2个公司的大部分盈利都投入到 SpaceX 的项目研发中。但是公司从一开始就无法回避2个问题：开发火箭技术难度巨大，而且成本极高。
His space dream was doing just fine, but he was in a really tough time in 2008, around December, where SpaceX had 3 failed rocket launches in a row, and Tesla Motors, where he was also CEO, was on the brink of bankruptcy. They had no money to pay salaries. Christmas time was coming, which is a big. So Elon wrote a check to the company, his last money he had, to make that payroll in December. But then what about the next year? There was nothing to keep the company running, and he needed to raise money. He had tried and failed. There was a financial collapse going on. They had nothing. That was what Elon was facing.
执掌的3家企业都处于破产的边缘。2008年，马斯克陷入了人生的最低谷。
Where I had this tough decision: do I apply all my resources to one company and increase the certainty that one of them would be saved, or do I distribute the funding? But I could not bring myself to just, condemn one company to death.
剩余的资金仅能够完成1次火箭的发射，如果第4次发射失败，公司将宣告破产。马斯克做出了一个大胆决定，坚持同时经营3家公司，而这种冒险背后是怀抱对整个人类未来的思考。
New energy or sustainable energy is extremely important to the future of humanity. It's really I think it's the most important terrestrial problem that humanity must solve this century. And if we, the sooner we solve sustainable energy, the better. That's the goal of SolarCity and Tesla, is to accelerate the advent of sustainable energy. And then with SpaceX, it's about developing the technology to extend life beyond Earth, to establish ultimately a self-sustaining city on Mars, and make life multiplanetary. Because if life is multiplanetary, then the probable lifespan of civilization is much greater.
He is such an incredible entrepreneur, by the way, so I think he gets 100% of the credit. He was willing to secure that loan with all of his holdings in SolarCity and SpaceX and Tesla, that he was betting it all. It's like in a poker game, you put all the chips in. He was all in. We only helped in a small way by investing in SpaceX, and thank God we did, because that gave us the opportunity to invest in SpaceX directly.
在风险资本的帮助下，太空技术商业化的前景越来越明朗。对于马斯克而言，这仅仅是他宏伟宇宙蓝图中的一小步。
What we really needed to achieve was not simply a few missions with flags and do the flags and footprints thing, but what we really needed to do was to figure out the technology that would be able to send ultimately millions of people to Mars, because the key threshold is creating a self-sustaining civilization. Like meaning that if the spaceships from Earth ever stop coming, does the colony survive? You know, Earth is like 4.5 billion years old, and this is the first time in the 4.5 billion year history that it's been possible for life to extend beyond Earth. It's still important to make life multiplanetary. Plus, it would be a very exciting adventure. You know, I mean, it would be like the coolest adventure ever.